Socialism is inseparably interwoven with totalitarianism and the object worship of the state. Don't take no for an answer, never submit to failure. Do not be fobbed off with mere personal success or acceptance. You will make all kinds of mistakes, but as long as you are generous and true, and also fierce, you cannot hurt the world or events. Our future is in our hands. Our lives are what we choose to make them. The chief aim of wisdom is to enable one to bear with the stupidity of the ignorant. Democracy is the best form of the worst type of government. When the war of the giants is over, the wars of the pygmies will begin. It is wonderful how well men can keep secrets they have not been told. Diplomacy is the art of telling people to go to hell in such a way that they ask for directions. I liked wine, both red and white, and especially champagne, and on very special occasions I could even drink a small glass of brandy. You leave out God, and you substitute the devil. A lie gets halfway around the world before the truth has a chance to get its pants on. Failure should never go to heart, and success should never go to head. Both makes a person to fall in life. When someone says to me, "Ugh, you smoke," I reply, "Ugh, you are ugly. I can quit smoking." Singapore could only be taken after a siege by an army of at least 50,000 men. It is not considered possible that the Japanese would embark on such a mad enterprise. In war, truth is often the first casualty. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. Preparation is, if not the key to genius, then at least the key to sounding like a genius. Watch your character, for your character is your destiny. If you put two economists in a room, you get two opinions, unless one of them is Lord Keynes, in which case you get three opinions. I cannot but think we have much to be thankful for, and more still to hope for in the future. My most brilliant achievement was my ability to be able to persuade my wife to marry me. You ask, what is our aim? I can answer in one word. It is victory, victory at all costs, victory in spite of all terror, victory however long and hard the road may be, for without victory there is no survival. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. If Hitler invaded hell, I would make at least a favorable reference to the devil in the House of Commons. The first quality that is needed is audacity. I am going to make a long speech because I have not had the time to prepare a short one. If Britain must choose between Europe and the open sea, she must always choose the open sea. I am too busy. I have no time for worry. The price of greatness is responsibility. When we judge or criticize another person, it says nothing about that person. It merely says something about our own need to be critical. The jury system has come to stand for all we mean by English justice. The scrutiny of 12 honest jurors provides defendants and plaintiffs alike a safeguard from arbitrary perversion of the law. Indomitable in retreat, invincible in advance, insufferable in victory. Americans are a wonderful people. They will always do the right thing after exhausting every other possible alternative. The only statistics you can trust are those you falsified yourself. It is no use saying, "We are doing our best." You have got to succeed in doing what is necessary. One cannot leap a chasm in 2 jumps. When you are 20, you care what everyone thinks. When you are 40, you stop caring what everyone thinks. When you are 60, you realize no one was ever thinking about you in the first place. You have enemies. Good. That means you have stood up for something, sometime in your life. A medal glitters, but it also casts a shadow. I would rather argue against 100 idiots than have one agree with me. Their insatiable lust for power is only equaled by their incurable impotence in exercising it. There is only one duty, only one safe course, and that is to try to be right and not to fear to do or say what you believe to be right. That is the only way to deserve and to win the confidence of our great people in these days of trouble. By swallowing evil words unsaid, no one has ever harmed his stomach. Most of the world's work is done by people who don't feel very well. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. There is something going on in time and space, and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty. I was not the lion, but it fell to me to give the lion's roar. I cannot help reflecting that if my father had been American and my mother British instead of the other way around, I might have gotten here on my own. Air superiority is the ultimate expression of military power. To try to be safe everywhere is to be strong nowhere. Never give in. Never give in. Never, 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 in nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in, except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. If you want to discover new oceans, you must first have the courage to leave shore. I get my exercise being a pallbearer for those of my friends who believed in regular running and calisthenics. We sleep safely at night because rough men stand ready to visit violence on those who would harm us. To build may have to be the slow and laborious task of years. To destroy can be the thoughtless act of a single day. I drink a great deal, I sleep a little, and I smoke cigar after cigar. That is why I am in 200% form. Always remember, a cat looks down on man, a dog looks up to man, but a pig will look man right in the eye and see his equal. The only way a man can remain consistent amid changing circumstances is to change with them while preserving the same dominating purpose. Keep calm and carry on. Never abandon life. There is a way out of everything except death. The pictorial battlefield becomes a sea of mud mercifully veiled by the fog of war. I would say to the House, as I said to those who have joined this government, I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat.